Jeffrey Epstein trafficked and abused women and girls, not just in Florida and New York, but internationally, across the globe. In many instances, we have seen that traffickers and sexual predators control employment opportunities for the people that they abuse. And we know that Epstein did not act alone. Him and his associates exploited financial and immigration systems, broken immigration systems, to traffic women and girls.
I was a model. I came here thinking that my modeling career is going to be continued here. I begged them to let me go back to other places I used to model before. Stay here. What do you need? I would say, job. And then they offered me job. Now I know that Jeffrey Epstein was supposed to be in jail cell in June of 2008. I met him at his house right here in West Palm Beach. He was not in a jail. He also spoke of his arrest that it was a game, bragging about girls visiting his cell, and his friendships with authorities. One day, his masseuse called me into his room where I was molested for the first time by Jeffrey. For the following 3 years, I was subject to ongoing rape.
I was 14 years old when I was abused by Jeffrey Epstein in Palm Beach. It has taken me many years to find my voice. For a long time, I stayed silent because I was afraid and because I did not understand why this happened to me. Last September, I went to Washington, D.C. along the other survivors with a simple request: transparency and accountability. We asked you to help us understand how Jeffrey Epstein was given a non-prosecution agreement, even though the government had evidence that he had sexually abused dozens of children, including me. We asked how he was allowed to leave jail in 2009 and continue harming young girls. Too many of our survivor sisters who had never come forward before and who never wanted their names or abuse to become public. The Department of Justice released documents that exposed our names, our social security numbers, and deeply personal information. Husbands learned about their wives' abuse for the first time. Children learned about the abuse of their mothers from reporters, from strangers on the internet, and in some cases, from other kids at school. Some survivors learned that friends had also been abused only because they saw their names in those documents. Others saw the most intimate details of their own trauma publicly exposed.
Now, we're here in Palm Beach County because so much of this investigation brings us back to this location. The horrible things that happened to so many women and girls, totaling 1,200, could have been stopped. We want to hear and are demanding to hear from the line prosecutors and law enforcement officials that made some recommendations to prosecute additional names, to go after co-conspirators, and yet were denied those charges, and that evidence was pushed back because of decisions made by the U.S. Attorney at the time, Alex Acosta. Now, we've talked to Mr. Acosta in the past, and we have additional questions.